any of these people forced you to make the decision to let your wife go and do the scene. Nobody made you do that. But the pain that you are feeling from that, you are going to now use to try to turn these people against each other, which is where it gets sinister for me. For me, that's where it goes to another level, right? All right, okay, you messed up your own life. You got to live with the repercussions. That's life. But when you start doing little shady things like this to try to get your old host to kind of be in a beef with random people and stuff like that, trying for clout chasers, bro, what are you thinking? Like, you're playing games that it's not like, oh, these things end in like friendly handshakes all the time, right? These people will actually go and commit violence against one another if these things get serious. So for you to be inviting these people on to talk like this about your former co-hosts who you considered at one point your friends, lame, super whack. Ironic, whack 100 is right there. Whack to 1,000. That's what this dude is.
She telling you she didn't come? That's how you know she did.
I love that people like you think everything in porn is real.
Everything in porn is definitely not real. But your wife lying to you, bro. I love how you think women don't lie. Like, I love how that's your, oh, yeah, she told me she didn't have one, and that's how it was.
He ate her pussy, the bitches told me.
Yeah. You didn't watch it?
No, I don't watch war fights.
Maybe Snoopy Badazz is right about you. All right, so you see it.
Yeah, we do see it, Adam. We see that you have a problem. Now let me take you to the discussion that I'm talking about. All right. So this discussion that happened earlier today, long story short, I'm like 20 minutes in and I'm finally getting back to the crux of the story. I led you guys on a goddamn adventure. Appreciate that, right? I'm like Tolkien, or who's the other guy that writes? Who's the lady that writes that gets banned all the time? Harry Potter. She writes Harry Potter. I'm that lady. No, I take that back. I'm Game of Thrones guy. R.R. Martin. Boom, I'm better. It's got like nudity and stuff, so it's R-rated. A little better. All right, back to this. All right, so picture in picture. All right, so Snoopy Badazz is this guy's name. I've never heard of this human being before until today. Like, I promise you, like, I've never been like, oh man, let me jam that Snoopy BA. First things first, like, algorithm out, like, in terms of the algorithm, this has to be like the worst two names to put together. Because there's Boosie Badazz and then there's Snoop Dogg, who's also like, come on, bro. Like, you're an LA rapper calling yourself Snoopy. That's gonna be tough. But the funny thing is, he actually got a cosign from Snoop. Like, he dropped a project apparently under Death Row and went triple plastic, I'm guessing. Like, it sold, I'm guessing, 3 copies at the gas station. I mean, that's the audience I imagine listening to a Snoopy Badazz album. But this guy comes on here and Adam kind of does something very, very weird. I would consider borderline a little shady. Let's watch.
After you came on last time, there was a Instagram live in which you basically called out a bunch of different members of the No Jumper staff. I believe
yes, the fuck I did.
You said that they were all failed rappers. I think at one point you said you wanted to fade AD.
No, I never said I wanted to. Nigga, I fade anybody.
He's not here anymore,
no,
but
I wouldn't care if he was, nigga. Let me tell you something. I'll get down with anybody, my nigga.
See, look. See that little smile he got? You just brought your, like, this isn't like they had been talking about it. They were adjacent to the topic. This is just something he had written down that he wanted to bring up. That he wanted to bring up was his old co-host of man he considered his friend, right? He wants to bring him up in a beef against this guy dressed like a Ferrari threw up.
Let me tell you something. I'll get down with anybody, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And they just took a narrative that I said and said that I wanted to fade 80. You know how they do on YouTube. They do it
And
to
you
you
said
all
it
the
was
time.
because he's mad, or you thought he was mad.
Oh, now you're trying to clarify. All right, let's hear his clarification.
He's saying you're the king of
I'm gonna
Compton.
tell you what the fuck I know he have a problem with me being the king of Compton.
See, look at this look that he gets in his eye, like, ooh, yeah, give me the dirt, give me the tea. Bro, what are you doing? That's supposed to be your home. Like, the thing is, once those guys left, they did their best not to speak on what you got going on. I don't know if they even mentioned the Lena the Plug thing or anything like that, right? So those guys haven't been taking shots, but here you are with AD's name in your mouth all the time. You talk about how they ain't getting no money. You talk about how they ain't doing this, how they you trying to destroy Lush every chance you get, right? The thing is, when people are miserable, what they do is they try to bring other people into their misery. And when people leave that and realize, oh my God, we were miserable, right? It might have looked greener over there, but sometimes, you know how they say, oh, the pasture isn't always green on the other side? Yeah, sometimes it is. Sometimes, even if you're not making as much, you might be making a lot of money, but your happiness isn't right. Your mind isn't right. Your mental isn't right. Your soul ain't right with it, right? Money doesn't fix that. And that's, I think, what Adam sadly will never, ever understand, right? There's just some things that I think it might be a black thing, man. If something just doesn't sit right with black people's soul, they can't just take it. They're going to move around, right? They'll endure it for a while, but after a while, they're like, you know what? What's 100,000? If I can make 80,000 and I'm having a good time and I can move in my own way, I'll take a step back to make a major come up. Right? And that's what those guys did. And he's unhappy about that because what happened was they left him and he has been scrambling, right? And I commend him. He's been doing a good job of trying to rebuild what he had. But the business that he's in isn't a business where you can be on somebody's side and try to put people against each other. Because from what I know, those two individuals that he's talking about are from two different gangs and two different factions. Bro, even if they're not even beefing with each other right now, you don't want to be the reason that there's some start. Because what you're gonna do now is you're gonna start the match, throw it, and then hide your hand. You're gonna be like, now the next time somebody say, why are you trying to start a beef with these people? Well, I didn't do nothing. It was him. I just asked him a question. You're gonna try to play that podcaster reporter role, right? But what you're doing is you're playing with fire. You're playing with these gentlemen's lives. You're playing with these people, right? You think it's funny. You think it's all fun and games. You think it's for internet clout. You think it's for internet fame and all this stuff. Bro, you're playing with human beings' lives. These people, bro, they kill people and die over this stuff. For you to just be casually just be like, yeah, I heard you wanted to fade AD up. Bro, how many fades have you caught? Please, somebody send me the footage of him pulling up to catch a fade. Because for you to be bringing up random fades for people, bro, you must have had caught a bunch of them in your day or somebody seen you about something. Because it doesn't make any sense to me how this man gets to just be like, just to throw random people. Like, I've heard people not mess with him because of stuff like this, but I've never seen it. Like, I don't.